The pandemic brought global business to a halt and forced business leaders everywhere to think on their feet. Joining me now is one of Turkey's most notable businessmen, Ferit Şahenk, chairman of Doğuş Group. It's lovely to see you here in person in Doha. Such a pleasure. Tell us a little bit about how your restaurants, let's start there, were particularly impacted by the pandemic. I've had the privilege of going to some of them, but you must have had a blow.
Well, a time came where in a matter of 12 hours, we had to close down 191 restaurants.
Wow.
All around the world, from Los Angeles to Hong Kong, to Europe, to Middle East, all our locations. And we had to send about 10,000 of our colleagues, who I call them my family members, home. But we kept them at home busy using technology.
How?
We created 360-degree synergy projects. We brought different teams, not from only restaurant group that we have, from our hotels, from our automotive, from our retail. So it created a culture of being together in the group, feeling the same problem across the group together. So people didn't feel alone at home. We created a call center for my family, I call them. If they have a legal problem, social problem, psychological problem, medical problem that they cannot overcome, they call us. We are there for them. This is how we are. We are a partly professional, partly entrepreneur group. So still that ownership feeling that we look after each other is there.
You also came up with the concept, or building on the concept rather, of cloud kitchens. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I mean, it is actually quite prominent around the world, but you've really built
Definitely. To be very open with you, in certain times when the things are normal, you think about doing things, you start working. But this pandemic from A to Z across the globe in all businesses speeded up the things that we were thinking. Actually, we had to immediately do them.
It was an accelerant.
And mankind, humankind, when we give time to think, innovate, and work together, we overcome things. And we immediately created, as a first solution, in a couple of our kitchens around the world, we put a couple of our brands there, our chefs there, and the growing logistic systems all around the world, I should say, enabled us to be still with our clients, with our guests, delivering the restaurant experience to home. So they still had their dream of the Doğuş hospitality experience at home.
How are you able to manage quality control, bringing all the different chefs into one kitchen? And was that a challenge for you?
Well, the thing is, hospitality people are very proud people. And they love to see the smile, and they like to feel the appreciation of their guests. So given that culture, coupled with our chefs who love to work, they don't like to stay at home. So they worked in the kitchens together with other brands that the group has in the other part of the world. And we started doing this as a first initiative. But the second came where the real technological, it's a little bit engineering, software engineering, process engineering. Our chefs gave the formulas. We did the streamlining of the processes, and it became like a factory. But with the usage of digital technology, delivery systems, logistics, we started doing, believe me, the similar quality. And as we speak, we are doing the first, as I said, couple of chefs in a hub kitchens. In a couple of months, we're going to start actually what it's done in the Middle East and in some in United States, technological cloud kitchens also in Turkey.
So how has this coalescing around a data-driven culture, I would say, is really what you've harnessed here, going to change your business going forward?
Well, the real competition and the fascination of our business is to get to know our guests. We don't call customer, we call guests. A member of Doğuş guests. We have to know them so much without disturbing their privacy, so we can do surprises for them. We can make them more appreciate having the experience of dining in our restaurants or staying in our hotels special than our other competition.
How do you see the economic recovery in Turkey?
Well, Turkey also took her equal share of the pandemic, to be honest with you. But the importance of the export business and the diversification across the world enabled Turkey's exports still continue. And the support that the government gave to the workers, to the businesses, allowed us to go through this pandemic as better as we could be, I should say. And now we have good news. July 1st on, Turkey is opening everything. And if you don't mind, through the Bloomberg screens, I want to thank once more, not only in Turkey, but all around the world, all the healthcare workers. I think they have done a great job. They took care of us 24 hours, 25 hours a day. They were thinking about human health.
And there are heroes.
Yes.
The other thing I want to get to is you also have a media business.
Yes.
And I'm just wondering how that was impacted because filming had to stop. You know, how did you innovate around that? And, you know, every now and then I do watch some Turkish soap operas.
Super.
In all this free time I have.
Super. I hope you're going to be watching more. We are creating.
But you know, the
stuff.
Nigerian soap operas might be a little better.
Well, we do some exchange. You see, this is the thing. You know, this pandemic reminded us how world is still a small global village. We are together. We are interconnected. And travel is going to continue. People are going to start traveling again. We are going to be interested in each other's cultures. And hospitality will be a very big tool for the connectiveness of the world. I may not understand the Nigerian language, but I will for sure watch it with the subtitle, but listening the real language. But what we did in media is we started as the digital age is a reality now, digitalization. We created a platform. It's called Puhu. So we have all our content there, just like around the world, like the Netflixes and many other brands. We are doing that. Our news, our music, everything is online now. So yes, the way business is done will change, not may change, will change, but still people will listen music, people will watch content.
How have you changed?
I was able to get connected with my family, with the people that I work with in 1.5 years, more than ever. I connected with more than 10,000 of my family members, my colleagues, through WebEx and Teams and so forth.
Right.
I did many webinars. I listened to the Z generation in the company. Being a 57-year-old young entrepreneur, we have to know our future clients. And also, the culture of the company has to change. And I told them, this is your company. Change it the way you like it, and I have to here to do that change.
And finally, what worries you most when you look at the economic landscape ahead?
What worries me most is really the culture that we have created in these hard times in our company may loosen again. I'm praying that we still keep on this change of culture in the group, which the ideas come from the field, not from the top. Because field is the one who's closer to the customer. They know the customer. They are the ones who create the business. And I'm going to do my best with my team to continue this. Otherwise, worries, there can be many worries.
Right.
But one thing I gained in this whole pandemic, to be very honest with you, I got to know my daughter more.
Oh, that's
I
so lovely.
spent so much time with her.
Oh, how old is she?
She's 23.
Oh,
She
what
just
did you-
finished Babson College, and she's working in a cloud kitchen now.
Of course she is.
She's getting her training,
Yeah.
and soon I think she's going to be working for one of the top 4 advisory companies.
What did you learn about her that you didn't know before, very quickly?
She knows a lot about life that I can learn from her, and that she missed me over the years.